Recently, I had the opportunity to participate in my first ever USPSA Classifier match, and in today's video, I want to share with you what that experience was like. If you don't know what a classifier match is, it's like any other USPSA match, except that all of the stages are classifiers. A classifier is a standardized stage that people all around the world use to compare their skills to each other. It's like the gun SATs. In order to be classified in USPSA, you do need to have a membership and you need to have shot 6 classifier stages. If you're only shooting a match every couple of weeks, it can actually take quite a while to know where you class. There's D, C, B, A, Master, and Grandmaster classifications. D class is anything below 40%, so if you're new to shooting matches, even if you're not new to shooting, you may find yourself in D class for a little while. Grandmaster shooters are basically gun wizards, and if you have a chance to squad with one, you should definitely take the opportunity to witness their wizardry and glean any advice they have to offer. This was actually my 3rd match with my new Walther match Q5 in steel frame. Going into this classifier match, I knew that I wanted to play it safe and I wanted to shoot at my ability level as opposed to pushing and reaching above my skill level. There's certainly stages or matches where I choose to push myself outside of my current skill set, and that's perfectly acceptable, and sometimes it pans out nicely, but for a match like this, I really just wanted to use it as a solid benchmark and shoot it nice and clean. One of my primary goals at any match is maintaining an extremely positive headspace. For me especially, I know that the mental game is at least half of my shooting performance. As soon as I invite any negativity into my head, it's pretty much all downhill from there. For this first stage, I decided to shoot the 3 targets that were directly in front of me, then move on to the array on my left, and then aggressively move my feet over to the other side of the stage to finish it off. Everyone else chose to take that stage left to right, using their draw time as a way to simultaneously move to the far leftmost targets. Looking back, that may have been a better strategy, but I did what I felt confident doing, and I'm happy with that. My hits were good, and it came out as a B class run. My main concern with this second stage was that I was going to mess my reload up, but I did my best to put that out of my mind, and that wound up working well for me. I called my second shot on the steel wrong though, and had to go back for it, which cost me a little bit of time. This was also a B class run. I knew I was going to be up first on this stage, so I came over and peeked at it early without fully understanding the stage. I did several mental reps without understanding what I was actually supposed to accomplish at this stage, and that wound up hurting me. I think this stage is where I stood to gain the most improvement, but I decided to keep that score and not try for another since I was able to achieve all A-zone hits. The time did still hurt me though, and it put this as a C-class run. This stage is where I really committed time to performing some mental reps before I took my turn, and since I was the last shooter on the stage, I had a lot of time. I did, however, do those mental reps choosing to use my feet too much, which I think is what resulted in me feeling somewhat unsettled when I engaged the last 4 steel targets. Even so, this panned out to be a B class run.
Felt a lot of Charlies happening in there.
This stage was a lot of fun with some wide open up close targets and some targets further away with some no shoots. My visual patience sort of went out the window on the further targets, and I had a total brain fart when I went to engage my last open target on the right and nearly performed a reload. Fortunately, I remembered what I was supposed to be doing before I fully depressed the magazine release. This was a C-class run. This stage is the only one I chose to attempt twice. This stage was a Virginia count stage, meaning you can't make any makeup shots. 8 shots only, and anything extra will result in a procedural penalty. Well, I shot a total of 10 rounds.
Holster up.
Oh man! Oh man!
Time 6:13.
Oh! Dang! I totally forgot.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah. I totally didn't know, so.
oh my gosh. Right, it's still procedural. Procedural?
Procedural.
Say it again.
Procedural.
Procedural, not procedural.
No.
Procedural.
Unfortunately, my second run wasn't recorded, but I managed some A-zone hits and a few close C-zone hits in a comfortably slowish time. My goal was to keep it clean, and I did that. This was also a C-class run. Going into this match, I expected myself to fall into C-class with hopes in my heart that I could reach up to B-class. I wound up landing a high C-class percentage of 54.4, and that's me doing my own math, so don't totally trust me there. I'm really hoping it won't be too long until I'm a B-class shooter. Apparently I mathed wrong, and the day after I recorded this video that you just watched, the actual scores came out on USPSA, and I made B-class! All in all, I'm happy with my overall performance at this match, and like any other match, I identified some things that I definitely like to work on, and I'm excited to address some of those things in dry fire and to keep pushing myself at matches. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in next week's video.
I got an Alpha Mike. Yeah. 2 Charlie. Alpha Charlie. 2 Charlie.
Oh,
I felt that, Mike, but I didn't feel it
Enough
enough
to fix it.
to fix it.
Yeah.
Yup.